Ho, ho, ho. And welcome back to the Gen Extra Podcast. My name is Seamus McNasty. With me, as always, is Bacon. Tonight, we're going to discuss Home Alone, starring Macaulay Culkin. This movie came out in 1990, skewing a little from the 80s.
You know, I mean, it's Gen Extra, Generation X. We did party in the 90s, man. It's okay. We can stray from the 80s.
I didn't party too much in the 90s.
Because you did all your partying in the 80s.
Yeah. I started drinking way too young.
Because your dad left you alone.
Because my dad left me alone.
Watching HBO.
Watching HBO all the time.
Home Alone.
Watching movies I probably shouldn't have. You know.
Home Alone wasn't one of those movies.
No.
It's a great Christmas movie, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Did I even say who we are?
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
This is the Gen Extra Podcast. I'm Seamus. This is Bacon. This guy right here is Joe.
Fuck this episode.
This episode is on cruise control. We're just letting it go.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
This is
real.
hey, this is our
real. This is the realest we've been.
This is the last one before Christmas.
Yeah.
This is our last episode before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got a special treat right before New Year's. What's going on over there?
Ho, ho, ho. Everybody.
What'd you call me?
You heard me. You heard me, Joe.
You have no intentions on starting this over at all, do you?
I thought we were going good.
Okay, all right.
We're on cruise control.
That's what you're going with.
Hey, man.
We're on cruise control, baby.
Cruise control for this Christmas movie, folks.
Cruise control to me.
0 fucks given.
Home Alone, 1990, written by John Hughes. Directed by Chris
Yay.
Columbus.
You know, for the longest time, I didn't realize it was written by John Hughes.
No? It is a John Hughes film.
I knew it was directed by Chris Columbus, but I think he did it as a favor, though.
Yeah.
I think he did it as a favor. He wasn't like originally.
Wasn't there
selected.
something Hughes about this movie, in that movie, like the school or like the neighborhood or something? Wasn't it like shot in the same neighborhood as his?
Well, it was in Illinois.
Or some crap.
It was in Illinois.
Starred Macaulay Culkin, Catherine O'Hara, John Hurd, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, and John Candy. Rest in peace, John.
I miss John Candy more than some dead relatives.
Ooh, I could agree with that.
That's real right there.
I miss.
What a beautiful man he was.
Yeah.
I miss both Johns.
Oh, Belushi and Candy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read something that the only scenes he did in that movie was with Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
And, he actually died on Catherine O'Hara's 40th birthday.
Oh man.
Yeah.
They worked together for a long time because they were on SCTV
yep.
for a
Like
very
70s,
long time. And in case anybody outside of the Detroit area where you can get the CBC is listening, that was a Canadian skit show way back in the day with Catherine O'Hara, John Candy, Eugene Levy, Joe Flaherty, Rick Moranis, Dave Thomas.
The Wendy's guy?
No. Strange Brew, baby.
Strange Brew. Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Hey, Ozer. That's a great movie too.
That is a good movie.
That's a good movie.
My favorite movie is when the cop yells, or the favorite part of that movie is when the cop yells at him to get the van out of the way, and it's already running, but he starts it anyway. And it's like, but I digress.
I'm sure most of you folks have seen this movie. For those who haven't, stars an 8-year-old troublemaker who must protect his house from some burglars when his family does the unthinkable and accidentally leaves him at home alone.
I'm going to go one better. I'm going to say if you haven't seen this movie, fucking hit pause and go watch this movie, because what is wrong with you that you haven't seen this film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is as close to a perfect Christmas movie as I can think. It's got, I mean, again, I've said this before about other movies, but everybody in this movie is pretty much on their game 100%.
Yeah. You know, in Poland, this is considered a traditional Christmas movie. And since 1990, when it came out, it has played every year during the Christmas season.
So do they watch it for like 24 hours?
I don't know, maybe.
Like we do, like Americans do with A Christmas Story? Because if they
Possibly.
do, that makes Poland way smarter than we are.
I didn't dive that deep. Need to start diving deeper.
That's what she said.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's Poland.
Poland, yeah.
Poland, for those of you who are wondering, is a country in Europe.
And John Candy plays a polka singer.
You know who's from Poland?
Chris Elliott.
There you go.
Yeah, got him. Yeah, well, his character, John Candy's character, is based off a real person.
Is that so?
Yeah. Yeah. There's this, I can't remember his name. This polka guy who was in a polka band. They traveled all around the world. He was from like out of Pennsylvania, I think. And he did this. John Candy did that part as kind of like a favor to John Hughes, and improvised the entire every line in the.
You can tell that it's improvised, and that's the only person I think who could handle that was Catherine O'Hara, because they work together so well, and just watching her play straight man to his lunacy is, I mean, it's seamless. It's seamless. Catherine O'Hara is another one of those catnip actors to me that every time I see her, I just start to laugh, because I know that what she's about to do is going to be gold. She's incredible in Schitt's Creek. If you ever seen Schitt's Creek, she just kills it. Yeah, she kills it. Yeah. My wife has that, like, my wife, I mean, it's a great show, but my wife that's one of her shows where she'll just watch it constantly. She's seen every season like twice already, but like if she's just like laying in bed or something like that, that's one thing she'll put on, just watch it over and over again. Yeah, I get sucked into watching it too. It's just great. I can't say enough. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about Catherine O'Hara. She is my absolute favorite character in this movie. Oddly enough, because she's really not that exciting, you know, by just playing mom. Yeah. But every time she's on, just the, I don't know, just the look she gets in her eye, and the just the gestures, because, you know, most actors have their own little things that they can't control when they do a role, you know, and she does this weird thing with her lip that makes me laugh, and every movie she's ever been in, she does it. You know, like she was bananas in Beetlejuice. She was fantastic in Best in Show. Oh my God. Yeah, Catherine O'Hara.
This is a good movie. We should probably do Beetlejuice one of these days.
Yeah, that's another movie. I absolutely love that movie. I would. Yeah, I'd talk about that movie for a while. Maybe you just do like a Tim Burton. We could do Catherine O'Hara.
So basically, this movie starts off with Kevin getting left at home alone, partying his butt off because ain't no grown folks around, having a good old time. And meanwhile, the houses in the neighborhood are getting robbed by the what were they called?
The Wet Bandits.
Wait,
The wet,
were they wet at first? Yeah, wet. Yeah, because they would always leave the sinks running.
yeah, the wet bandits.
Hmm.
Shenanigans ensue when they see that the house that Kevin's in is empty. They didn't know Kevin was
Supposedly.
there. They didn't know Kevin was there. Kevin devised a bunch of traps to go after the wet bandits. Kind of reminded me of like some Little Rascal type stuff back in the day.
Mhm.
You know,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
the slapstick stuff.
Yeah.
That was some of the best parts in the movie, though. Was like you said, when the wet bandits was injuring themselves, hurting themselves.
Well, they during the filming of it, they both felt kind of indifferent about the movie and didn't realize it was going to be such a success. And so they basically told themselves, we're going to be over the top in this, like just
Okay.
be exaggerated in everything we do, because they didn't know it was going to be such a such a hit, and survived the test of time for all this time. But
Couple decades.
yeah,
Yeah, and for being a movie that almost was not,
yeah,
because they went way over budget and got dropped by their first studio.
mhm.
There's actually a really good documentary about this movie available streaming that goes through a lot of the trivia, like how they reconstructed the house and to make it so that you could flood it, and just all the
movies that made us, Joe.
Are you talking about that Netflix series, the movies that
Yeah.
made us?
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all over that, man.
Mm-hmm. I forgot I was gonna go.
Least favorite character in the whole film is the uncle.
The look what you did, you stupid jerk, or something like that?
Yeah. I mean,
The
I
guy
understand.
that was singing,
Wasn't it-
the guy that was singing "Cool Jerk" in the shower.
That's the second movie.
That's the second one.
That's the second movie.
Yeah, but I understand that he's a necessary
huge
evil,
part.
but huh?
It wasn't a huge part. I mean,
No, but I just didn't like him.
yeah. Well, supposedly there was a lot more stuff shot for the family scene in Paris. Like there was supposedly more in the movie that was happening in Paris when Kevin was home, but like a test audience was like, no, we want to go back to Kevin. They wasn't filling the
Right.
Yeah.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yep. Yeah, but the Wet Bandits, Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern. So supposedly Daniel Stern
Howard Stern.
no, Daniel Stern was offered the role of
It's Howard
Marv,
Stern's brother.
was offered the role of Marv and agreed to do it.
Chris Elliott's cousin.
I was just gonna say that.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But he agreed to shoot 6 weeks, but they needed him to shoot 8, but they weren't gonna pay him the extra couple weeks.
What?
Yeah, they weren't gonna pay him the extra couple weeks, so he kind of backed out. So they got what was this guy's name? They got
Chris Elliott.
Daniel Roebuck. If you saw Daniel Roebuck, you would notice him. You would recognize him.
Heir to the Sears fortune.
No. So they cast him to play the part. But then they didn't shoot. They didn't even shoot any scenes. And then they almost immediately fired him, and then agreed to pay Stern to come shoot the extra weeks, with the excuse that there was no chemistry between Pesci and the robot guy. But yeah, he I think it was in that documentary. Daniel Stern says that he's glad that he didn't miss out on the opportunity to make that movie, because it was like one of his biggest hits. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Daniel Stern, as talented as he is, does not have a stellar career. I mean, he's got some good movies,
yeah,
but this is at the top of the mountain for him, in my opinion.
I mean, he did what when he did City Slickers.
Meh.
What else?
City Slickers 2.
City Slickers 2. He was the voice on Wonder Years.
Was he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Daniel Stern?
Yeah, he was grown up, whatever the hell What's his
Shut up.
name
What
was?
was
Yeah.
it?
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
yeah.
The
his name was
more
Kevin.
you know.
And then he went on to do the god awful terrible sequel to the last podcast we did, A Christmas Story.
Oh, the Christmas Story 2?
Yeah.
There was a Christmas Story too.
Yeah.
Don't ever,
It was so bad.
ever watch it.
I couldn't even watch the whole thing.
Yeah, there's no danger in that. Do you know that there was a Christmas Vacation too? With Uncle
yeah.
Eddie in
Just-
like
Oh,
the
yeah.
tropics or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just Quaid came back.
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah, I never
Randy
saw that either.
You know, this movie also entered the Guinness Book of World Records as the highest box office gross comedy, grossing 477 million worldwide.
And its budget was what, like 30 something?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh my God. My God.
Yeah.
Yep.
Classic movie, man. This may not fall into your category as a Christmas movie.
Yeah, all right. So
It
what's
is.
up?
It
What's
is.
up with that?
I would say yeah.
No. Don't gloss over this shit. What's up with that? What does that mean?
Okay,
It's 2 days, but let's listen. As far as our viewer knows, it is 2 days before Christmas right now. So explain that shit.
I mean, there's really no way to explain it other than Bacon considers Die Hard a Christmas movie.
So do a lot of people.
Yeah, and I don't get it. Just because
It takes place during Christmas.
yeah, what is it? It was a Christmas party that they go to, right? And at the Nakamura building or something. It was a Christmas party. I get that.
For
But it's an
Seamus,
action movie. It's an action movie.
for Seamus, it has to be
Lighthearted.
about Christmas.
I mean,
Yeah,
well,
that's what
technically, Home Alone is an action movie.
Some people think
Nah,
Gremlins is a Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas. Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I did see an argument that Die Hard wouldn't be considered a Christmas movie because it originally came out in the theaters during the summer. Okay. But like Lethal Weapon, that actually came out around Christmas, and it's Christmas in the movie.
Okay.
So it has to be lighthearted. What else?
It has to deal mainly with Christmas.
Okay.
So
What
yeah,
else?
I would say A Christmas Story is a Christmas movie. Yes, Home Alone is a Christmas movie. Like The Grinch, Christmas movie. I can't say that an action movie like Die Hard could be a Christmas movie.
Okay.
That's
Let's
my
go
logic.
on the record that I never actually said Die Hard was a Christmas movie. What I said was I could see it being a Christmas movie. Now I think Gremlins could be a Christmas movie, also a scary movie or a Halloween movie, because it takes place.
I don't know what I would categorize
I'm more laid back to what's a Christmas movie and what's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, more strict.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Or
you've never thought about it?
I've never really thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really thought about it. I mean, I've only seen it once.
Oh,
I'm
not a fan of Bruce Willis.
I'm not part of the whole Die Hard
Me either.
universe.
Yeah.
You know, I know that there's a lot of people who are like, and I'm sure, I'm open to it though. Whatever. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other.
Yeah.
If you want to, some people think that pickles or cucumbers taste better pickled. So see, there you go.
I like them either way.
I burp cucumbers all day if I eat cucumbers. If I eat pickles, I don't taste pickles all day when I burp.
Okay.
No, you just taste vinegar. And dill.
I like Bill.
Yeah.
Bacon can't stand bread and butter pickles.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
disgusting.
See, I like them. We actually make them. We can them.
Oh man, those are disgusting.
I'm
I'm with you on that one,
I'm
Bacon.
not a fan of sweet relish either. I like dill relish.
I don't think I ever even had dill relish.
No, it's not in the
I didn't
house.
know they made dill relish.
It's not in the house. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So sweet relish is only good in certain things.
So Home Alone.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. See what happens when we do this too late. When we do back-to-back
So,
shit.
I was 15 when this movie came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, wasn't like a kid, but it's still one of those movies that we did watch every year, and we still watch like a couple times during the Christmas season.
You watch
Sure.
that thing a couple times. Well, you don't, but your family watches it a couple times throughout the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched it with my daughter not too long ago.
Yeah. See? Oh, I would say that's another thing that would validate being a Christmas movie. You can watch it with the kid. I don't know if you can watch.
I'll give you that one.
I don't know if you can watch Die Hard with your child.
I'll give you that one. I will give you that one.
Well, all right, but in that same vein, in that same definition, I would not let my daughter watch Scrooged. And probably, I mean,
I'm trying to think of what in Scrooge was so bad.
well, there's some language. You could barely see them nipples.
That's wow. You must be a lot stricter with your child than I am.
Well, me not so much, but mom, yeah.
Oh.
Mrs. Forearms is a little bit more strict.
Okay.
So like,
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation, not a movie you want your kids to watch.
Oh well. Yeah,
Tons of
our entire
Too
family
late
watches it.
for that over here.
Oh boy.
tons of language in that movie. Though.
Our children can quote that movie.
Well,
And I got a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Our daughter's 9, and her favorite movies are horror movies. Like
well, I mean, so
Like
the
what-
apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, huh, James? So you're following your dad's footsteps, letting your children watch inappropriate movies at a very young age. I mean, you turned out okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. You got a bat flying around over there? What's going on, huh?
Mrs. Forearms is weighing in
Uh,
on something that she overheard me say.
yeah.
So,
I'm waiting for a shoe to fly into the shot.
yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
You got any favorite lines from this movie, Joe?
One of my favorite lines is when Buzz is talking to the sister, and she's like, "Oh, aren't you worried at all about Kevin?" And he's like, "No," and I'll tell you why. And he's like, "One, and then he's like,
C.
B,
Beer.
and then like something else, and just the kid, whoever that kid is, he delivers it seamlessly.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't stutter over it. He just rips it out, and that was a great line. And then, even though I'm not a big fan of the uncle, but when they're trying to calm Catherine O'Hara down, and he says something like, "I lost my watch a couple of months ago. It was devastating." Like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That was a great line, though, because everybody just kind of looked at him. Even the stewardess was like,
Yeah. Buzz is still doing it, man. He's still acting.
"Is he really?"
Yeah.
You're
watched
not
him-
about to tell me that he's in pornos, are you?
No, not that I'm aware of. No.
Well,
Watched
if
a
anybody
movie.
would be aware, it'd be you.
Probably. Watched a movie a couple weeks ago with I think it was my oldest, called R.I.P.D.
Oh, the movie with
with
Ryan Reynolds
Ryan Reynolds, Jeff Bridges.
and Chris Elliott.
No,
I heard that movie was terrible
it wasn't great. Is all right.
because I was going to watch it because I love Ryan Reynolds. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take some of that. Jeff Bridges, love Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it's okay for what the genre is. I mean, it's like sci-fi,
It was based off a comic book.
Ghostbustery type shit. Was it based off a comic book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, based off a comic book. Yeah, well, he was in that. Buzz was in that.
Ooh, Lord Graham.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's him.
Was she in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, man, Buzz is still doing his
You
thing.
remember Buzz being in that movie, but you don't remember Laura Graham in that
That's
movie.
not Laura Graham.
What's her name?
I don't know, but that's not her. I know who you're talking about. The one Jeff Bridges keeps flirting with?
Yeah.
That's not Laura Graham.
Who was that?
That's some other chick. I don't know. We'll look it up later.
Oh, she was from the show Weeds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Laura Graham.
Not Laura Graham.
The Wish version of Laura Graham.
The Wish version.
Oh, she's one of those 3-name actresses.
Do you know who we're talking about?
Yeah, I can't think of her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, though.
But I digress.
There's a lot of digression going on in this one.
So the part where Kevin is like kind of just searching around the house and he goes into Buzz's room.
Kevin!
And he's like looking through, I think he's just looking through his trunk or something like that, and he finds a picture of Buzz's girlfriend.
Yeah.
There's actually There's actually a boy dressed up like a girl.
Was it really? Chris
Columbus was like, I don't feel comfortable having dialogue where they're just dogging this girl. So we're gonna dress up the art director's son as a girl, and then do that.
Sounds about right.
So right after that, when he's climbing up the bookcase.
Yeah.
My daughter says, she's like, "Oh my God, who's gonna climb up a bookcase? Get a ladder." And I'm like, a 10-year-old is gonna climb up a bookcase. He's not gonna go get a ladder.
Yep.
That's the easiest, quickest route, man.
I see that over here all the time.
Oh yeah. Yep. I think my favorite line in the movie is not even from like one of the actors in the movie. It was the dialogue that of the VHS tape, the dialogue of the VHS tape Kevin's watching, the supposedly old 50s movie Fallen Angel. Yeah.
Doesn't that make an appearance in the second one?
Yeah. I think it's a separate movie, like a different movie, but like the same.
Yeah, but in the second one, doesn't he have like that sampler recorder thing?
The Talkman.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not even a real movie. They actually shot that. They shot all that stuff to make a fake movie.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
the whole time I've been watching this movie, I'm like, there's no way that's an actual movie.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like the dialogue in that. Just the I'm gonna count to 10. All that stuff is just hilarious to me.
Keep the change.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any particular favorite lines in this movie, but some of my favorite scenes are when the wet bandits are getting trashed, trying to get into the house, slipping down the stairs, touching the handle when it's red hot, getting burned with the blowtorch on the top of the head, slipping on the cars and getting hit with the paint can, just everything that took place when they tried to get in that house. I loved every minute of it.
It was, that was comedy gold.
Yeah, definitely.
Right there, man. You couldn't.
I wasn't there. There was thumbtacks on the stairs when he tried to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
After he fell down the stairs.
And then like a nail on the basement stairs. Went right through his foot.
Yeah.
So I found out something about myself when I was a little kid. That happened to my mom.
Ooh.
When I was like 9 or 10 years old. And I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, geez.
And my mother was like, she was horrified. She's like, oh my God, I'm raising a monster. And then later on in my life, I found out I'm a nervous laugher.
So you laugh when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, it's how I release stress.
Yeah.
So I not only now do I laugh at inappropriate times, but I also make very inappropriate comments when I'm stressed out to try to make people laugh, and it doesn't go over well at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And I have to explain it to people.
I get that way when we would like go to like haunted houses and stuff like that. Like the kids would be like grabbed onto me, burying their face like in my side, stuff like that. When we're going through these haunted houses, I just laugh the entire way through.
Yeah.
When they're like jumping out and stuff like that, I just laugh the whole time.
I'm like that on roller coasters.
No.
I laugh like a lunatic on roller coasters.
No roller coasters for me.
And it's because I'm scared out of my mind, and that's the only way that I know how to release it.
No, none for me.
Yeah. So this is based in Illinois, like a suburb outside of Chicago.
Sherman.
I don't know what exactly.
I don't know
where, but
just rambling on, yeah.
But we've actually went to that house a couple times.
Should have known that, Joe.
Brag.
Oh, we've taken a couple, trips to Chicago, and
brag.
My wife actually went to college in Chicago, so she knew where the house was. So we've gone there a couple times. The first time we went, it's pretty cool. First time we went, our son was probably 6, maybe. So we tried to be respectful. We parked. We walked up on the sidewalk, and we were just standing on the sidewalk taking pictures in front of the house of our son. And the owners at the time actually came out and was like, the little boy can come up on the porch and you can take your pictures. We're like,
oh, that's cool.
So yeah, so we got him up on the porch, and he did the whole on the porch and everything. It was pretty cool.
That's cool when people embrace that shit like that,
Yeah. So we like the time after that we went. We had an exchange student. We just took a couple of pictures, and then the last time we went, the house was under complete construction, and they were building like a 10-foot iron gate around it.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
No trespassers.
Must be some new owners.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it did. It sold a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was like $1.5 million for that house or something like
that. I don't think the Lo Bianca house, the owners would be that cool about picture taking.
Who?
Where the where Charlie Manson and the Manson family committed those murders.
It's a Christmas podcast, man. It's a lighthearted family fucking show, all right?
Lighthearted family fucking show.
Hey, murderers celebrate Christmas too, James. It's a holiday.
I'm sure they do, but I don't want to talk about them.
It's a holiday for everyone. It's a time. It's a time for forgiveness. Oh, Mrs. Forearms is spouting off back in the background there.
Yeah. You deserve it.
I do.
You deserve it.
I do.
Well,
that's all right. But when Lisa Coleman from Purple Rain calls me, I'll have the last laugh.
Not calling you, Joe.
You never know. You don't know that.
We know
she might know Chris Elliott, and as we all know, Chris Elliott is a huge fan of this podcast.
I didn't want to bring it up, Joe. I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. But she called us and said she wouldn't be calling you.
Why you want to hurt me like that, man? Right before Christmas.
You could tell that Forearms guy that he ain't gonna be hearing from me.
I knew there was a reason I liked you, James.
Man. A little ADR from Mrs. Forearms there.
That is staying in, folks.
Yes, that's good. That's gold. That's podcast gold.
Podcast gold.
You can't even script that shit.
You about ready to rate this?
We should rate this.
Let's rate it.
We've rambled enough.
Ready to get the hell out of here.
We've rambled enough. I'm going to give Home Alone 4.5.
4.5?
4.5. Lucky Charm, 4-leaf clovers.
Me?
Bacon.
Home Alone. It's a classic. 1990. Can't go a year without seeing it at least once, right?
Or 30 times in this house.
Yeah, or 30 times in this house. I'll give it the 4 strips of bacon. 4 strips. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm gonna do 4. It's it's Christmas. So I'm just gonna do 4 stars, man.
Ooh.
That's my Christmas present to you, Seamus.
Thanks.
Look at
4
that.
stars.
Appreciate that.
That's what's
4
up.
stars.
Thanks.
I mean, 4 stars of Bethlehem, but 4 stars nonetheless.
That's the bright boys.
So that's it for this episode of the Gen Extra podcast. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ding. And a ho-ho-ho.
This is probably the last episode of the year.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys next year. Hopefully we'll have some good content.
Hopefully everybody has a great new year.
Yeah, don't drink too much. If you're drinking, don't drive. Hopefully you can bring in the new year with some family and friends. If not, do some Zoom calls or something.
Everybody be safe. Safe, happy, and healthy.
And Merry
Christmas or Happy New Year?
both.
I told you not to call me Mary.
Told you not to call me Shirley. Graphic.